Good morning, everybody. So we've got these same patterns everywhere. Let's get some charts up. Oh, and to varying degrees, they go from good to real good. And so this one is like good, right? But it's you can see NASDAQ futures. And what we have is one, two, three, four patterns, not one, two, three, one, two, three, four trigger. And this pattern is comprised of a correction bar. That one right there that takes out the low and of the prior bar, sometimes two, and closes near the high. So a little mini intraday shakeout and buyers stepped up there. So above here, that signals it's going to go up. Oh, why is this one good and some others very good? Well, this one's closer to some resistance. This one is going to be more influenced by Nvidia earnings. Nothing wrong with trading this intraday. It's even like I'm thinking as I'm looking at this, is this some kind of trap? Come on, step in. The water's warm. Look at the pattern. It's clean. It's going to take out the highs. It'll run up to the next resistance. And it's not moving up already this morning. Well, that's just a thought. Reality is going to be seen in the next half hour or so. But if it takes out these highs, the pattern says it should go up. It's just going to hit some resistance area a little sooner than some other things. But from an intraday trading point of view, we've got the big up, dip down, back up again, sideways. So it's a go above here, and then we see what happens. And Nvidia's earnings can be a curse or a blessing. And if they do good, if you're trading the Qs or AVGO or some semiconductor and you hold it overnight, going to be either, hooray or maybe a little bit of depression. Nobody knows. So it's a choice. What do you want to do right now? These patterns show some hesitancy of the depth of retracement on the NQs here. They did hold the 50. They did hold major support. Retracement was a little deep. Could it be a head and shoulders? Could it be just a big resting period before pushing up? Our internals say there's gas in the tank. You can see here on the left side, they're neutral, so they're not extended. So that's a plus. Looking at other markets, but it may not do good enough. That's true, Robert. Like we don't know. We don't know, but so there's a choice. Trade intraday, get out of the way, hold overnight, deal with whatever comes, good or bad. You can hedge, reduce positions. There's different choices. So Dow futures, another one, two, three, four. It's not quite as clean with the two bars next to each other, but taking this out says it should go up. So this had a nice long consolidation. It looks good. S&Ps closer to the high. It already punctured that high. Sideways, one, two, three, four. Go new all-time highs. Look at the Russell. Looks great. Nice little pullback there. Up move, sideways, so on and so forth. Should go up. Let's look at the ETFs. And it's got room to run. Red bar ignored, red bar ignored, red bar ignored. You got to go with whether you hold it or not. That's just up to you. You're going to be faced with, knew I should have held that thing. It was going to beat more. Why did I hold it? I knew they were coming out. So there's no easy black and white kind of thing there. It's like, what's your risk tolerance? What do you think based on whatever, creating your thoughts? And that's it. No magic. All right. So Qs look good. Consolidation there. uh, transports. So a little more sloppy, right? But the wide range bar is down near the bottom of there. It's on some support. So, buyers came in a little bit of a way there yesterday. So it's good that it's at least participated on that day. Let's see here. What are interest rates doing? They're not doing much of anything here, just sort of flatlining, just waiting for more news. 13-week moving down a little bit there. That's another vote that they're going to cut. I mean, everybody thinks they're going to cut. Some people don't think they're going to cut. There's arguments on both sides that do make sense. If this continues to move down, so that is supportive of they're going to do it. All right. And Bitcoin. Yesterday it was breaking down. And so yesterday I said, will it be a failure to continue? And it's inching back up again. So not certain yet, but it's definitely a green bar ignored in a big way. And so we're going to need a little more data there to see if this is going to roll over or puncture right back up again. So it's just a pattern to stay away from because we need more information for the time being. Gold flipping up. Looks like it'll go higher. A little bit of a dip here this morning. Yesterday we spoke about this. There's a little correction bar. It was yesterday. It's got room to go higher. And so, of course, this is going to be influenced by economic reports and whatever. But right now, right, this is thinking, I suppose, they're going to cut inflation, tariffs, all of that stuff. It's been doing nothing for the longest time. But, this one here is a decent pattern, right? This little rounding bottom and turn here. Silver looks pretty good. Set an alert above these highs. Might join the party there. That looks pretty decent too. And, interesting. You know, this has kind of been whipping back and forth over here for quite a while. So the attempt to go up now, flip back down again. It's still on support. There's nothing to do with this pattern at the moment. Let's take a look. So there's SPY. Look where that is. Basically unchanged, doing nothing there. And let's get SPX. They just took a dive. You gotta look. You gotta look. Yeah, a little bit there. Doesn't look so bad on a 65-minute chart. If I put on a 2-minute, it'd be like, oh my God. Yeah. It's on that pivot, so we'll see if it flips back up. Might inch down toward that support there. It's just a trading inside of yesterday's range. So you got to look at this and say, what is my bias here? Which is what we talk about every day, pre-market. And the bias here is it's going to go up. So look, if it goes down, we have choices. Do you want to try and participate on a very short-term basis? Or do you just want to sit on your hands and say, I think it's going to go up based on this and this time frame, and until it lines up in the time frame I'm going to trade, I'm just going to leave that alone for now. And so that's part of your choices. All right. Oh, a little bit under the open there, kind of still close to break even. That was just too close yesterday, right? That top one, but we don't get to choose the prices. Well, get this out of the way. I don't like it there. That was at 6,400. Came up quite a bit for a little bit of movement yesterday, so implies bullish traders. Let's see how tight this is. 490. Well, anything we do, you're going to have to get out of the way before the end of the day. You're going to be anyway, since it's zero DTE. But that's pretty tight. There you have it. So we always wait to see which way things are going to go, and some kind of reversal pattern on the 5 minute. So not much more to say here than all these bullish patterns suggesting higher prices. And after that wide range bar on last week, where everything joined in, consolidation, suggesting it's going to go up. So there's big potential for it to move up, or tremendous disappointment. And we'll all see what that outcome is together. All yours, Dan.
Good morning. Everyone thinks Nvidia's, gonna have amazing earnings, but that is not the question, is it? The question is, are they gonna blow through the high expectations, like call them whisper numbers, I guess, based on their current fair market value, which I told you I heard somebody on CNBC saying the other day to go to Yahoo Finance real quick to verify it. But I heard him say 4.3 trillion. So of course you expect good news from a $4.3 trillion company. But when you're another lingo they say is price for perfection, right? So price for perfection means you're at this price for a reason. So anyway, I'm just yakking here, but I'm saying I have no friggin' idea what this is going to do. Chart's bullish. It's Wall Street's favorite. But as Greg said, so many things look great. And there's just going to be more risk because Nvidia is a powerhouse and is going to mess technology up or down. All right, KC, just a couple of alarms here. I don't have many. KC, we have a put spread, break even stop. XLF, we entered right into the close yesterday. I'm bidding for 53.50 here pre-market. Try to save a little bit on a pullback. Weatherford, today, MT Live, Greg will give you all the link, talking about trading the open and close. And this is, you'll hear us talking about this today. Trading the open, preparing for the open, which starts pre-market. And my alarm went off. So, we got a gift on one of our open positions. So the first thing I do at the open, or when I wake up, I turn on the TV. I go right to 470 and I just see what the futures are gapping up or down, fire up the computer, look at things, look at my open positions, if I have any problems or gifts. And this was a gift today. So well, mine's automatic, Robert. Mine's automatic on a timer. That's six o'clock timer for me, but yeah, that's funny. All right, so XLF looks great. SPHB, Alex mentioned this one, another 1, 2, 3 at resistance. Looks great. Pelletier alarm. So I posted this one as a directional. Here's my Weatherford for you guys who don't get Telegram, which is your risk, and you only get Telegram if you subscribe to the respective letter. All right, so there's our pellet here. It looks like it's gapping right to the high, in which case we'll wait 5 minutes. Let me actually tell them that. Absolute entry. I'll wait 5 minute high. And it's just a general rule we use. Make sure it's going to stay strong and not gap up and get slammed. And then that gives us 5 minutes to let the gap in the market settle out. All right, so that page was triggered yesterday. Another 1, 2, 3. Those are all the alarms. Let's go to earnings now. Oh yeah, ULCC was, the CEO was on TV yesterday. CNBC, and it was in the newspaper today. So I live here in Fort Lauderdale, and they're coming in to Lauderdale aggressively, trying to compete with Spirit Airlines. But yeah, that's a bottoming pattern on the weekly. It's for darn sure. Daily sloppy. I mean, typically at inverse head and shoulders, the downside shakeout is not this big. I mean, just definition. It is the weekly. The weekly is a better looking. Oh, it's a W bottom followed by a little start of an inverse head and shoulder. You need a bigger right shoulder. But nevertheless, yeah, let's keep going. I have a pilot friend who actually worked with us in the past. He's a very talented trader. Bat21, I call him. And he's a pilot for them. And he's not fond of management. And he tells me very few people are. Octa. No, Gustavo is JetBlue. This guy's name is Mark. I don't want to say his last name here since I said something disparaging. All right, so yesterday I had zero bias on this stock in the earnings. I mean, it's in a downtrend, it's a piece of garbage. But now with this gap up, gapping over this red bar, it's it's too sloppy for directional, but for a put spread. So that looks great for a put spread. Obviously, we got to see what it does in the first half hour. Gap's too big, but look at the monthly. Another big bottoming pattern. But Rocco Gustavo actually told me that JetBlue is now in talks to merge with United. GCal, I was hoping it would gap down here to 39 because then it's going to be would be a gap and snap candidate. I'll put it in the window. MDB. I was considering doing a short strangle on this. Alex, I forget how high the top one was. I just forget. I think might have been 280, 250, but regardless, that would have been in pain. So I'm glad I didn't. That's a big old gap, but nothing to do. MGM, I had set a prior high, daily, weekly. I don't like it at all. Elon is much better because it's consolidating through time. So it's strong. But look, the gap's messing it up. I mean, but compare these guys to look at Wynn. Wynn was such a beautiful, beautiful closing breakout here. So that's the type of new patterns that we're looking for. And a lot of these 1, 2, 3, 4s that are close to support and the 20 MA. I mean, deck we're still in, bottoming pattern, but another closing breakout. We're in trail mode. That Weatherford I talked about. All right, box as a bullish gap. This could, this, I have no idea, but this, because this is a pro gap. And this thing's been beat up. This could, this could be a multi-month low in box. So let's keep an eye on that. Nichno, 31 and a quarter. Gap's too big. 86. This looks like could be possibly be a gap and crack, but it's this is a bullish 15-minute chart though. And look, you got a double bottom on the monthly, you got a breakout on the weekly, so that's still bullish. It's just extended. This a little what we call a bear sandwich. Bear sandwich gap breakout, but the gap's too big. Wow, that thing went all the way to 145 this morning. Gap's too big. Sure. Yeah. Another breakout. Has overlapping bars, which I don't like because then the retracements could be a little deeper, but it's a breakout. WSM 203. It's messy. We'll come back. Smuckers. Nasty gap way the heck down here. So see when they gap to the middle of no man's land, I have no idea what this thing's gonna do. Are buyers gonna step up and say I got an $8 discount? Or is it gonna sell off all the way back down here to this W bottom breakout at 98 or whatever? So just move on. I don't know. That's a piece of garbage. ANF was up, now down, 89. That's a pretty big gap down, but no pattern to me. Tiger opening flat, extended. Lab, $24. Gap's too big, but bullish. Yankee Bravo, no volume. Half in, it shows at 1,000,004, but it trades like it has no volume. I think it's because it's an ADR. Gapping down a few pennies, no interest. Rex, I don't see any prints, but yeah. Up a lot, no pattern. Zulu Hotel, gap in the 490. All right, so that's a bullish gap into the wide range bar. That could be a 30-minute high. And look at this monthly. So does anybody know what country this is from? Zulu Hotel. I don't need Pelletier or up in here. I'm gonna put Zulu Hotel here. It looks interesting. Oh, Mastercraft. 2280. That's a bullet. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's your igniting bar, 2 inside bars. Has room on the monthly, so let's watch that on a pullback. This reminds me of the COVID when people were buying boats, they were day trading, they were buying furniture from home, etc. Thanks, Rocco. On an online content community. All right, whatever that means. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. All right, those are all the earnings. This is miscellaneous stuff. CWS is a 1, 2, 3. Let me set an alarm at 46:30. And I already did that. It's so funny how my approach is always the same. All right, this little can is a bottoming pattern. It's a penny stock. I was bidding 74 pre-market, so I did not get billed. Um, but if you like penny stocks, it's a nice bottoming pattern. OMF's a 1, 2, 3, but a little far from the 20. That looks good. Our Romeo rider system, it's transport, maybe 30-minute high, it's bullish. Could be. All right, so I like the fact that it's gapping down. So I'm going to set an alarm, 44.90. Click. It's bullish. I'd like it to go sideways more, but look at the weekly, monthly have room. So I'd like to go sideways another day or two. Starbucks, it's weak, about 100% retracement. Let me set an alarm at 87. Maybe it could be a foot sprint. 86.90. Goose. There's buyout rumors. Kerbal. They decided to go back with all the outrage for their woke behavior, but this is a nice new low reversal turn. Had I seen this yesterday, I would have looked to sell the puts under yesterday's low. That's a beautiful short-term turn. PayPal, they had some negative news. I had Greg about some country, Germany or something really. Cutting them off for fraud, processing fraud claims.
Well, what we dealt with them, but it wasn't.
Right.
I mean, the whole problem, they process those claims because they allow anybody to use their checkout and put that into someone else's site. So yeah, they don't check out who they're allowing using their APIs.
Ava, I just had an alarm go off. I gave this the other day and then I canceled it, but now maybe 5-minute high. We're back in business. Look at this amazing buy setup, the rebar turn, the 1, 2, 3. That is no brainer long right there over that 1, 2, 3. But I just saw it going by the ticker and I pulled it up. All right, so that's that. Golf Delta and RTX are long watches, both military, both look good. Armin, I have an alarm over these bars. Fit B alarm. It's a little far from the 20. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, I didn't have there. I almost got filled in my 53.50s. I'm gonna leave it there. If I hear a bell, it's that. KC. KC might be stepping up right even. Yeah, IWM is another 1, 2, 3. All right, this Ava. Let me just set a new alarm here. 15:22 on Ava. Starbucks alarm. Yeah, Q's weakening here a little. The fangs are Nvidia pulled in, closed the gap. Starbucks alarm. 30-minute high. Put spread if there's any juice. Pelletier. Why do you a little weak so far? Why do you call that weak? It gapped up and it's just pulling into the gap, and the daily is a tiny little thing. So 5-minute high, I think looks fine. Mm, Check this case in the sunshine bin. Yeah, we stopped out break even on that. We hadn't had a nice open game yesterday. Jets hitting. Jets is another 1, 2, 3. Um, looks good. Looks good. Oh, Jets. The only thing I don't like is that monthly. It was up a lot at that prior high, but I'm not trading monthly. The daily weekly is a breakout. That GCal, no, that is not a gap and snap candidate, because that gap is not anywhere near as big. A gap and crap or a gap and snap is a short-term exhaustion. Box, gap's way too big. Forget about it. Cuervo Gold. I had a small little low alarm, but that's fine. Let me reset it. Cuervo Gold. New alarm 9150. NYMT. It's a 1, 2, 3, but I was kind of like the Ranger. All right, I must have got filled on. Must have got filled on that XL. Yeah. No. So what did I get filled on? It must have had a QTC order on something. I got filled on my can. Can I just say it's 74? I was bidding. See there? So I'm in small lot 74. That was not XLF. Box coming in hard. I can now. I'll set an up alarm at 75.50. TV up alarm. Thing went against us a little yesterday. Nice TV. Samsung, we call him. That's his nickname. That's Samsung. We gave him a name in the green room the other day. Alarm. TV. 265. Low alarm 250. I'd say 30-minute high. We can stop break even already on TV. Pelletier, let's see what 5-minute high is now. 162.40. Let's go over. A short ES. Here. I forgot about this salon. Ah, well, I did the gap messed it up, but I had this as a long watch for us. 1, 2, 3 after that igniting, but look, the gap's messing us up.